Hello and welcome back to Feanut Financial Model online course. In today's video, we will have a look at the Sales Plan Data Input Worksheet, and we will talk about the data inputs that you have to provide for your sales plan. So let me click here, and that will link me to the sales worksheet. When you have a look at this worksheet, you will notice that there is a small table for data inputs, and then there is a whole bunch of different tables that are automatically calculated by the model based on the inputs that you provide in this data inputs table. Let me just quickly delete this one and recreate that together with you. So in Feanut Financial Model, when you model the sales, your revenues, you model it in a way that you provide the unit price and the quantities of different products and services that you want to offer. So here in this table, you have several lines in which you can populate different products and services that your company will sell. And this can be like specific products or product groups or customer segments that have certain similarities, for example, in terms of price. For our example, we will use several different products. Let me just fill them in. So we will sell, so we are a pen factory. So we will produce and sell pencils. We will have a basic wooden product range. Then we will have a pencil called Rubber Deluxe, and then we will produce pens. So we will have pen blue basic, it's a basic product line, and we will have a pen product line called 3 color special. We will also produce so-called gift special product line, executive pens, and the premium product line called gold jewelry. So as soon as you type in any product name in here, you can immediately see that some of these cells turn into orange. That means that these are required data inputs and you have to provide them. So what you have to provide in this table is a unit price, price inflation. For price inflation, basically that means whether your price will increase or decrease year over year. So for example, if you have a new product for which you can charge a premium price at the beginning of its sales, but later as that product will reach the maturity on its life cycle, the prices will go down because of the competition, then you would like to populate in here some negative price inflation, some negative price trend, because in the future the unit price of that product will go down. Or if you expect that your prices of your products will increase with inflation, then you can just provide here like a annual rate of inflation for your country or for your market. Another type of data that you will provide in here is the launch date. That is the date at which you will start offering that product or service. An initial monthly sales quantity. That means how much of that product, how many units will you sell in the first month. And then for these individual years in here, you will provide an annual growth rate of your sales quantities, where the model will take the initial quantity and will increase it in a linear fashion for these individual years. So let's use some sample prices for our products. So let's say this one will sell for 60 cents, that's our basic product and lowest priced, and this one for 75 cents, let's say $1, $1.25, $5, and these are premium executive pens, so let's say this will be $50 and $150. Let's make it simple. Let's assume that there will be no inflation at all, or actually let's do 1% here, 2% here, and 3% here, just to make it more interesting. Launch date. So let's say, our model starts in January 2016. That's based on the start date of the model that you provide in the main inputs worksheet. Based on the date that you provide in here, if I go back to the sales worksheet, you can see that in here these individual months are updated based on that date provided in the main inputs worksheet. So the launch of our product should not be earlier than the first period of our model. So we start at the 1st of January 2016. So let's say that in that first month of the model we will launch several of our products. So let's say our basic products will be launched in the first period. And let's actually copy that for the other pencil and also for the basic pen. And then these are our basic products. For the other product lines, let's assume that we will launch them later. So we will start with some basic products and then we will add some additional product ranges, which is common for many businesses to start with some basic product ranges and then you increase the variety of your product offerings. So let's say we will launch the 3-color special in October 2016, and then a year later, let's say in July 2017, we will launch gift special and executive brands, and our premium brand gold jewelry will be launched in January 2018. Let's populate some quantities in here. So let's say this one will be 5,000. I'm just making these numbers up. So let's do something like this. 150. Obviously, we plan to sell less of these premium brands compared to the basic ones. So now we have a basic sales plan ready. What's left is the growth rates for our products for individual years. So for pencils that we start selling in January 2016, this basic wooden pencil will be sold, or we'll sell 5,000 of these in the first month, but we expect that this monthly quantity will increase by 100% by the end of the year. So let's put that in. And let's actually use the same growth rate for the other basic products. And then just put in some percentages for the next years. These growth rates for these initial years could be quite steep because we assume that we are a startup business and we start selling some products at a low quantities, and we expect that we will grow our sales rapidly in the first couple of years. So therefore we have like 100%, 75% annual growth rates in the first 2 years, and then the growth rate will slow down. So let's do something like this for the rest of the modeled periods. Actually, let's do something like this in here, and something like this in here. Then in October 2016 we will launch a 3-color special product line. By the end of 2016 we, let's say, expect a 50% growth rate, and then this will be slowing down every year by 10%. This one launches in July 2017, so we don't even need to put anything in 2016 because the model will not take that into account. So let's start with 2017 at 80%. Let's do 50%, 40%, and 20%. For executive pen, let's do 100%, 125. Let's model some steep growth for our executive line. And for gold jewelry, that is launched in 2018, so we can ignore the first 2 years, and let's put in 35%, for example, in 2018. Then that will accelerate to 150, and then it will slow down to 90%. So basically, this is all we need for our sales plan in Feanut Financial Model. So you can see that you can populate it like in 10 minutes. Of course, it depends on how many product lines you want to see in this table. If you want to simplify the model, you can actually end up maybe just with 1 or 2 basic product lines, or you can go deeper and you can model a more granular look. But really, it's pretty straightforward, and you should be able to populate this table like in couple of minutes or maybe 1 hour maximum, if you have an idea of what you are going to sell, for how much, and in what quantities. So let's have a look at the worksheet. If you have your version of the model, let's give it a try and populate some data in this table to see how they are reflected in these subsequent calculations. Although you don't have to worry about them at all, everything is automated, so all you need to worry about is this yellow table, and that's the deal. So let's have a try, and whenever you are ready, let's watch the next video in which we will move on to cost of sales.